All right, what's going on, Legion fans? Welcome to another episode of the Bad Pod, where we talk all things Bad Batch on the Disney Plus, and we are coming up to the end of this series. We have 2 episodes left. We watched the first half of the finale this past Friday. And
That's
man,
right. That's right.
I liked it. I actually haven't talked about it yet. Usually
we
talk
haven't talked about
beforehand,
it at
but
all.
I actually liked it.
I really liked it.
Did you like it?
I
Yeah?
did.
Okay.
I am a little bit
I
disappointed.
hear some hesitancy, though. What
Well,
are you disappointed in?
There are things that I loved.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things again. Here's what I will say.
Okay, go for
I
it.
love the episode.
Yeah.
And that's what I need to say to start.
Okay, good.
There are some things that I'm disappointed by.
Sure.
Not by the episode, but what I'm not going to get because of what the episode did.
Okay.
So, like,
I get that.
For
Okay.
example,
Yeah.
I wanted the Battle of Camino, right?
Yeah, they evacuated.
They didn't. We're not getting the Battle of Camino. I wanted that, okay?
Yeah. I hear that. Yeah.
That is the culmination that I really felt was going to be what mattered most for the Bad Batch. And my hope, which was dashed earlier by an announcement, was that they are killing the Bad Batch off. This was a one-run season.
Yeah.
And because we don't see
Because
the
we
Bad
have
Batch
season
later
2
on.
is
We
coming
now
out.
know,
Yeah.
confirmed,
Which is great.
season 2 is coming out.
Yeah, super
Great.
excited for that.
Here's the thing. I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad because I think there's a lot of incomplete stories they started here.
Yes.
And that we're not going to get.
We didn't get much
I
Fennec.
can see
we didn't
here,
get,
hopefully, what we're getting from this is the building of the rebellion.
Yes.
And that is what we're going to see. Hopefully we get those, how the Bad Batch contributes to the building of the rebellion alongside Rex, alongside other notable characters that we've seen introduced or reintroduced.
Like Hera and Fennec. We get
Right.
some more Fennec.
Right.
I think-
Reintroduced in this series.
But
However, I wanted that.
But
I wanted it.
do you think, though, like I did too, and I still do you think the Battle of Camino, though, still might happen? Like in the
I think
series?
it's just gonna
later on? Maybe it's the end of this. Maybe it's like the series finale is the Battle
I don't
of Camino.
know. What they did was, so we know now from this episode.
Yeah,
they
we learned a
rounded
lot.
up all the clones,
Right.
and they shipped them out from Camino.
Right.
They sent them to different places. Where?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
We don't know where they sent all of the clones yet.
To
I mean,
Sarlacc
if they're
pits.
smart,
Yeah.
they either kill them
That's right. Sarlacc pits.
or yeah, they could do that. Or they could disperse them enough that they have only a handful of clones in different places.
Yeah, and the majority
So
of
that
them
they
are
can't
still
have any major uprising happen anywhere due to the clones.
right. So the majority of them
They
are
keep
still
them
loyal.
under their thumb.
Yeah, the majority are still loyal. But if they
Yeah.
ever start to, if they start pulling like a Hauser
Yeah.
and they start like, then they're easy to take care of.
Yeah, exactly. They're in a smaller group. They can shoot them in the head.
Or they just throw them all in Sarlacc pits.
The
Empire has. I'm sure they own all the Sarlacc pits.
They took control of those first.
They did. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Giant teeth in the sand.
Speaking of this,
That's great. Every planet has
this
sand.
reminds me of Andy Dwyer trading all of his resources.
Oh yes, for
for
lions.
lions.
Yeah, in Parks
all of
and
his
Rec.
resources for lions. If having
Yes.
all the lions is gonna win me this game, I've got it.
He traded like weapons, missiles, and tanks just for lions.
Just for lions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Sarlacc pits are the lions
Are
of the
the
future.
lions of the future. So
That needs
so
to be a shirt.
It's a good
Sarlacc
question.
pits are the lions of the future.
There you go. Write it down.
There we go.
need to
I'm
tag
gonna
that.
have to-
Tag
that
that
can
as
go
a-
up on our merch.
That can go up on
Sarlacc
merch.
pits are the lions of the
That's
future.
exactly right.
Yo, in the
That's
Star
it.
Wars font.
In the Star Wars font.
All right,
Yeah.
well, trademark, stamp it.
Yeah.
Also stealing ideas from other people.
Yep.
But making it our own because the parody clause. Yay!
Yay!
All right,
Okay,
well,
but in
so
all
yeah, either
seriousness,
separate or kill them.
Either
probably,
separate
yes.
them, disperse them enough that they're not a problem.
Yeah.
Or if they become a problem, you can.
Right.
deal
That makes
with it.
sense. Yeah.
So if they do one of those two things to have a Battle of Camino, they would all have to come back to Camino.
right. And they destroyed the major city.
Exactly.
And I do like that though because Rampart was like, I mean, he's smart in that they're wiping out the information and the records of cloning so that the Empire holds it all, right?
I think
and they're
it's more
bringing
than that.
they're collecting the best cloners. So they collected her
Mhm.
and they've got, they're going to collect other cloners because we've seen other cloners that aren't Kaminoans.
Yeah.
But they're like collecting that resource and they're wiping out what what's not theirs, so they can like have the monopoly on it.
I think it's even more than that. I think Rampart's even smarter than that. Or I'm giving him way too much credit. So here's
maybe.
the thing. Yes to everything you just said.
Yes.
However,
I like that.
What we've seen from the Bad Batch, and what we even saw somewhat from the Clone Wars, is the brotherhood identity of the clones, right?
Yes.
Where did the clones consider home?
Kamino.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we saw that from the beginning episodes of the Bad Batch, right? They referred to it as home.
You think they're breaking their spirits?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I think if you really want to break somebody's spirit, remove that central identity, remove that home, remove that hope.
Yeah.
And their spirits are
broken.
What
did they do to Princess Leia? They blew up
Alderaan.
Right?
Yep.
Didn't really work, though. She got feistier.
She did. But that's a unique circumstance.
Yeah. For the most part, that's
what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is that's they're doing the same thing.
You're right.
It's the same vein.
Yeah.
You know, like your connection parallels to what we see the Empire doing later on, where in order to subjugate more completely, they wipe out what they consider home.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly.
Like it.
The other part that goes along with that, though, is if nobody sees you do it, that works. Okay.
Yeah.
However, this action could easily become now a rally cry if somebody is able to say they saw them destroy their home, right?
Well, in the Bad Batch.
Exactly.
Well, as long as they're all still alive.
If they are able to stay alive, survive, and get back off planet.
Season 2, they're all dead. We just start with a new group.
Season 2 is just that it's just open water. It's open water where they're just swimming in the ocean waiting for a sea creature to eat them.
Yeah.
The entire season is them just swimming and treading water.
You know what? If it was really good water animation, I'd watch it.
No, I wouldn't. I'd watch one episode, and here's the reason why I'd watch one episode. You want to know why I'd stop watching? Wrecker is going down immediately. He's getting eaten first.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely can't swim,
very
very well at all.
Yeah.
And he's going to drown or get eaten right away.
Yeah,
so
most likely.
If my man Wrecker goes down,
you're out.
I'm out. I'm done.
You're out. You're done with the series.
Yeah.
So if Wrecker dies, you're just not going to watch it anymore? You're going to have to just react to me reacting to it?
I think if Wrecker dies, I'm just going to have you watch it, and then, I'll just be
Give you the highlights?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened.
They bring Wrecker back yet? But in seriousness, so...
And then I say time travel, and you say, I'm in.
No, I'm not.
Oh, they say but if it brings Wrecker back?
I'm going to say... Dave Filoni has lost his mind. Lost his mind. I'm completely off his. I'm off the train.
Yeah. All right. So,
but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
here.
I get what you're saying.
If you destroy the hope, the will, the identity of the clones, then you can control them more easily, or you create a rally cry, and that's why they either have to kill them or have to separate them. Yeah, and you have to prevent anybody from seeing what you did. Right. What they said was, remember, Rampart at the end, before they blew up the city, he said, the clones can all die together down there then.
Yeah.
They could all die down there together, including Crosshair, which means Crosshair was the only clone left there. Everybody else was the TK soldiers.
Yeah.
They've already been shipped away. So guess what? Nobody is going to see, no clone is going to see that their home
was destroyed by the Empire. Yeah.
Nobody's going to know that.
Yeah, so they could even
the
play
message. The message has to get out.
Well, but the Empire could play it as your homeworld was destroyed and we avenged you. And to gain more loyalty. You know, they've got multiple ways they can play this, which is good.
They could play the other side, though, too. If they find out the Bad Batch escapes, they could blame it on them.
Yeah, it's true.
So the Empire can try and blame it on them. Season 2 could be about
them on the run again.
Them on the run again, but not just on the run from the Empire, but now on the run from their brothers and having to fight for their name and get the word out about what actually happened on Kamino.
I still think Crosshair is going to die in this season.
I think
he'll die next episode.
Yeah. I thought he was going to die right here.
I wasn't sure.
I'm actually really happy with this twist at the end.
Oh, I loved it.
I'm so happy. I'm glad we were wrong.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about this twist. We did not see that coming.
No, not at all. So
when do you think his transmitter was
when did he take it out?
Yeah.
I think he took it out.
I don't think so.
Or maybe it could have been like It could. So okay. So
we know periods of time the inhibitor chip was still in.
Yeah, that's
true.
We
know that.
I think it happened when he got injured on the planet with Rex.
I agree.
When the exhaust hit him and
when
he got
all
fried.
I agree.
I think that I don't even know if maybe he removed the remnants of it, but I think that injury just fried the whole side of his face and fried the chip out.
So one of the things here that we didn't really think about, which I think this is really important for this.
Yeah.
His inhibitor chip is out.
Right.
Okay. Everything he talked about in this episode was different than the way he had talked before.
Yes.
Okay. And this is really important for Crosshair's character. In the past, they were using the inhibitor chip to control him.
Right.
I believe you're exactly right. I think the inhibitor chip, he took it out when he was scarred, injured on the planet.
The salvage planet where they were fighting Rex.
With the Bad Batch and Rex.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. I think he took that inhibitor chip out.
Yeah.
And the way he talked this episode was he's not operating from a place of actually like believing in the Empire or like supporting them and being brainwashed by them. He's operating from a place of deep hurt.
Yeah. Betrayal.
That the Bad Batch left him behind.
Yeah.
I
love that.
He is actually just feeling betrayed, feeling hurt, feeling completely lost.
Yeah.
And he's saying, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Because you made me this way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's
because
that's always better.
Goes to,
he's not just evil.
Yeah. And he goes to, they don't leave their own behind.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Right.
And that was cutting.
Ooh.
And like, and even Hunter trying to justify it, where he was like,
"You were trying to kill us.
You were trying to kill us."
Yeah.
He was like, he goes, "What choice do we have?" And he goes, "What choice did I have?"
Yeah.
So he knows
he was being controlled.
He was being controlled, and they still left him behind.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, you wouldn't have left anybody else behind, even if they were being controlled.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about all
Wrecker.
Throughout this season.
Well, look at Wrecker. Wrecker's an example. Right. Wrecker went crazy. His chip went crazy. And what did they do? They fought him. They wrestled him. They removed the chip.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, yes, they had the equipment there and they knew about it, but they didn't leave him behind.
But it's not just that. Think about Echo. Okay?
Yeah.
Echo talks about that he wasn't left behind by them.
Yep.
He wasn't left behind even against insurmountable odds.
Yeah.
They didn't leave him behind. And then they went and rescued some completely unknown brother who, against all odds.
Yeah, Gregor.
Yeah. And saves him.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it for Crosshair?
Yeah. That's messed up.
That actually is really messed up.
Yeah.
They chose to protect the girl over saving their own brother.
Right.
They didn't even know her.
Yeah, they didn't even know Omega at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying what they did was wrong.
Right, yeah, sure.
But I'm also not saying what they did was right.
Yeah, you can see the contradiction there, the double standard there that Crosshair's seeing. You can see that, and that's you can understand why he's so upset about it.
So I thought, man, he's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
But then they stunned him. I thought that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think what they're really gonna be doing here. They have one of two options. Either I think Crosshair is gonna die.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be some sort of redemption story here.
I agree.
Right? It could be that.
I think it's the other side though. Okay, you say your second one, then I'll say what I think.
Or like it is gonna be this next season about like regaining Crosshair's trust.
Okay,
among
so
the
he
group.
lives through.
He lives through.
Yeah.
Like, and next season is more about like this season they convince him to stay with them,
right,
to work with them, but next season it's all he's the questionable one in the group. Like they're having to work through that. I think that would be more powerful.
Yeah, maybe. I think I like that idea. I think it's going to be redemptive on the other side or on both sides, I should say, in that the Bad Batch is going to win back Crosshair's trust of them and like treat him like a brother, but then out of his gratitude and love for them, he's gonna sacrifice himself to save them at the end. So they're gonna finally do what's right and not leave him behind. But he's going to end up then giving his life for them to get out.
Most likely, I agree with you.
Yeah. But I like the idea of them trying to reassimilate him into the group. Because I want to see more of him. I like his character.
I believe what you're saying. I 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's a most likely option.
It's a safer option.
It is, and it's the typical.
It makes sense with this arc of the story. But I like your idea though. That would put an interesting spin on the second season.
He is actually, and this is actually a shame. This episode has now made Crosshair the most deeply developed character in the entire series. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's not even been in that many episodes.
It's funny.
He's the most deeply developed character.
Him and Rampart.
Yeah.
Are like the two most deeply woven characters that we've seen so far, which is really funny.
I'm blown away by that. I'm blown away by that. I thought Crosshair's his inner conflict, first off, the shot was amazing.
Oh yeah, with all the mirrors, and they knew he did that in like the first episode where he set up the different reflectors.
Yeah,
I love how Tech noticed it, and they just knew. All right,
But my point being,
like that.
It's exactly what it did.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Exactly what it sounded
like. I need to Disney Plus hire me. Sound effects.
It's
only for laser beams though. Everything else
got to go to somebody
else.
Can't
really
I outsource it.
Yeah,
from there.
I can't. I mean, it's tough. I don't know how tough it is.
So after this episode, this is why he's probably going to die. I want to see more of him.
Oh yeah.
I actually want more of that story.
Yeah.
We're
not going to get it. I think he's going to die.
He's going to die.
And you know what? In the moment,
he's probably going to die saving Omega. I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah, there you go.
He's probably going to die saving Omega.
Yeah, that's a better bet. Yeah.
Because he's going to understand why they needed to save her.
Yeah, maybe he even already knows. Maybe he knows because the Empire has been talking with, and maybe they got information out of the Kaminoans, and they know like why they need her so badly.
It's just
I don't know.
It's a shame that he's the most deeply developed character at this point, and like that shows a little bit of a lack of storytelling.
Yeah, we've talked about that this whole series or this whole season that they did. There was like 2 or 3 episodes that were really good at character development, and the rest of them kind of stunk.
I would feel more pangs, more pull in my heart, for him to die, than anybody else in this series.
Yeah, except for maybe Omega. Yeah, like him and Omega, I feel like for me are
Omega
up there.
Yeah, if Omega,
but she's not going to die.
She's not going to die.
Not at this point.
No,
I mean I'm sure she will eventually, but
no,
hopefully from old age.
I think you're right. I think he dies, and and part of the other reason why I think we know he's going to die is because Fennec is still out there, and we expect to see Fennec. And she is a sniper.
Like you said, she's the sharpshooter that's going to take his place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. I think you're still you called that the first couple episodes where you were like, she's going to take his place.
Right.
Eventually become part of the team. Right. Or at least for a time.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen that happen yet, but I still think it will.
I agree.
And so he's not he's not long for this series, but he was a great villain, man. I really
He's been
enjoyed
really good. And I think this
him.
Made him even better.
Oh,
this made him even better.
Yeah, he went from just the cold calculating to the cold calculating and emotionally scarred. And
and you can relate. You can relate. You can actually now connect with him so much more deeply.
Yeah, man, it was
just
great.
An inhibitor chip wasn't enough. Like this is now like so much deeper.
Yeah, the fact that probably half the series or half the season he hasn't had the chip and he's still doing what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the other thing you got to think about is then on Ryloth. So here's what's even better. On Ryloth, he didn't have the chip.
Right. Yeah.
So when he is pleading with
Rampart
to go and chase down his brothers, he's actually
wants to do it
to like find his brothers.
Yeah, and I think at that point, since he didn't have the chip, like he just wants the resources to find them.
Right.
To lure them in, to bring them to where,
Yep.
He could have killed him. Like as soon as they got on Kamino, like he could have shot him down. There
was a lot of things
he wanted them, and it's true. He wanted to get them together to try and
give them the chance that they never gave him.
Exactly, man. Oh, it was good. It was fun. It was really good. Lots of action. As soon as they started firing on the city, I told Jamie, I was like, "It's over. The episode's going to end. We're not going to end." It's true. And we're like, "Oh man!"
And now we're stuck. But here's the thing. I mean, they did a good job with that bombing raid.
Oh,
that is clearly
they
wiped out a lot. So I'm going to be interested more about now, like how are they surviving this?
I'm going to say Omega.
Go ahead.
Omega probably has some more secret tunnels she knows of.
You got it.
Yeah, they're going to swim down to secret tunnels. And
exactly.
She's going to be like, this is where I swam with all the Camino animals. Like, ooh.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There's some other...
She knows some secret way out.
Where did a tube network come from? And it's a tube network, so it's not just one tube.
Right.
So I guarantee they're going to hop in another
places and other connection points. And I'm sure her little robot friend knows where they are. So,
yeah, of course.
They're good. They jump down some sewer grate and out of there.
Exactly.
But one more episode.
One
to go.
And we're expecting a lot from it.
Yeah.
We're expecting, a couple of different things to take place, like Crosshair's death. But I hope they.
I don't know how they're going to wrap it up.
Yeah. I hope they have some other surprise for us.
Yeah.
This was good. I just really hope they can close this off well.
Yeah, because you want the series to end, or the season to end.
But they have to have some sort of cliffhanger.
It has to also want you to go to the next one.
Right.
So how are they going to wrap it up nicely, but still,
because there were a number of times on the Clone Wars they did not do that well.
Yeah, and it just felt kind of like, we're done.
Season's over.
Yeah. Well, and then it might have been because they didn't know if they were going to get another one,
or
not. But this they have guaranteed, so hopefully they'll end it with something to draw us in. I don't know.
I almost wish they hadn't revealed that there was going to be a second season when they did.
Yeah,
I now know that there's a second season. I wish they had waited until after, because that would have me hanging on this last episode a little bit more.
Yeah, because now there's no fear that they're all going to die.
Right.
Like they'll make it through.
Right.
Well, here's to the last episode.
All right. Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/LegionofCC. New episodes come out every Monday.
And Wednesdays.
No, just Mondays.
And Wednesdays?
I don't think we can do Wednesdays.
We can do Wednesdays.
All right, Mondays and Wednesdays. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same Legion.